Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be talking about the opportunity card visa. I know a lot of you have heard a lot about it. I've seen a bunch of comments in my videos like, "Yes, have you heard about the new visa? When is it coming out? How does it concern us? Wait. I'm here now. I'm here for you guys. I did here for you, but really I'm here to actually help you understand how it works and how it actually concerns you, especially as a healthcare professional. But if you're not a healthcare professional watching this video, I'm sure you're going to take a lot out of it. And I'm going to try to break it down and make it more realistic to you. So what is this opportunity card visa? In German, it is called the Chance-Karte. Talking about it right now sounds like gamble to me, like take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Okay, forget it. But like, you get what I mean? So with this initiative, you are able to move to Germany to look for work on ground. That means you're able to move here and spend a whole year in Germany trying to find work for yourself in Germany. This means you do not need any job offer to even get this kind of visa. So the idea of this visa is to help skilled workers move to Germany and reduce the processing time and also the bureaucracy of the whole thing. To put some statistics behind this, every year more than 1 million people move into retirement in Germany, and to replace them are about just 700,000 young people. Yeah, skilled workers. And that in itself is alarming. Just in 2021 alone, for about 1.4 million people moved into retirement. And just imagine only 50% of that can be covered from the job market inside Germany. It don't make sense. And that is the reason why the government is trying to get foreign skilled workers to troop into Germany to make up for this balance. Before we continue, this opportunity card visa is not yet rolled out. It's an idea, it's the law, it has been passed, but it is not yet functioning. It is expected to start functioning as from the 1st of March 2024. So we have a long time to go on this one. The criteria. So what are the criteria? This visa is based on 4 criteria. 1, your age. The applicant cannot be older than 35. Secondly, the applicant must have a university degree or a vocational training qualification, so to say. Thirdly, the applicant must have at least 3 years working experience in whatever field that they are looking for jobs at in Germany. And fourthly, they should have some knowledge of the German language or have some previous residency in Germany. So even though there are like 4 criteria, you are actually expected to fulfill only 3 of the 4, whatever 3 works for you. But again, the more criteria you fulfill, the more chances you have to get a chance card. Yeah, I don't know, it just feels like a gamble. The chance card. Okay, moving on. So on this video, I've arranged some pros and cons that you must consider before you start considering this kind of visa. It really sounds good in the beginning because it feels like an upgrade from the previous job seekers visa or the previous employment visa, which are both still running and effective up till now. But there are some pros and cons that you must consider and see if it works for you actually. So there are some benefits that are promised to come with this chance card, and one of them is shorter processing time. According to what was discussed, they are supposed to reduce the processing time and make it easier for people or faster for people to move to Germany and search for jobs here. So when they say shorter processing time, they are actually trying to refer to what we call the Anerkennung process. The Anerkennung process is one of the processes that take about the longest, in some cases just 3 to 6 months to actually get that part done. The Anerkennung in itself means the recognition process, so the recognition of qualification. So this process is supposed to be shrinked and made so much easier, so that the process is not too cumbersome and people are pushed back and forth. And in some other cases, more people are allowed to come into the system and not just pushed away because there is the notion that their qualification doesn't match up to the German standard. You get. Another benefit is that now vocational trainings are now recognized. In the previous job visa or job seekers visa, it's only kind of accommodated people who had a university degree, but now even with your vocational training, you can opt for the chance card, which is your opportunity card visa. So if you're a cook, you're a nurse, you're a lab technician, you're a physiotherapist, Whatever it is you did as a vocational training, it is now more open for you to move to Germany with these qualifications. Even though for we nurses and others in the medical field, this opportunity has been open sort of for a while, but now it is going to be made faster. So shout out to all of you in the Gesundheit Personal Nets group. Yes, things are about to get faster. But erst März 2024. Yeah, yeah. I meant as from the 1st of March 2024. Yeah. Thirdly, unlike the job seeker visa, which only allows people to move to Germany and to search for a job in a space of 6 months, this one gives you the opportunity to search for a job in a space of 1 year and can actually be extended to 2 extra years on top. So that's 3 years of searching for a job. And I'm wondering, why won't somebody find a job in 3 years? Just saying. I'm just thinking, worst case scenario. Fourthly, if you know Germans like I have lived here in the last few years, you will know that just being inside Germany increases your chances of getting a job. Yes, even though it is possible for you to apply for jobs from outside Germany and get them to move to Germany, now living inside Germany increases that chance by many times. Really, it does. Again, just 3 years of working experience is required. Unlike the job seeker visa that required 5 years working experience. That was hard. Now, anyway, you're expected to just have 3 years working experience, but you should not be older than 35. How does that work though? But again, if you have applied to our agency, the Gesundheit Personal Net, moving down here, you would know that this requirement has been reduced for you already. In short, now we welcome nurses that have between 2 to 3 years working experience because we assume or we know that during the process, you will still be working and you'll be topping up that experience. And by the time you're done with the processing, you will have your 3 years working experience already done. So somehow this process or this idea has already been opened a little to healthcare professionals, but now it is going to be bigger and wider for all kinds of professionals. And do you know that with this visa, getting a side job is allowed? Yes, you can get a side job of up to 30 hours a week. Yes, you can get a side job that keeps you running until you can get a job. And this side job will be recognized and it will be legal for you to work that job until you can get the kind of job that is associated with your qualification. So let's make a quick calculation. 30 hours a week. So the minimum wage in Germany is 12 euros per hour as of now. 12 euros per hour times 30 times 4 weeks a month. Yeah, that's how much you'll be able to earn working a side job or what we'll call a mini or midi job in Germany. If you are looking for mini or midi jobs right now, you can actually check my other videos talking about that, and you can see where you can get really nice paying midi jobs. And just because I said that the minimum pay is 12 euros doesn't mean you will be paid 12 euros. No, in many cases, you could even be paid better than that. And unlike the job seeker visa or even the employment visa, there is no cap on the minimum salary you are expected to earn. So if you finally get your dream job but it pays less, you are still allowed to extend your visa or extend your residency with that kind of job. On the job seeker visa and on the employment visa, the cap was somewhere around 66,000 euros a year, but now that cap has been removed. So even if you get the job you like and it doesn't pay as much as 56,000 euros a year, you are still able to stay in the country and look for a better job. So those are all the good stuff. Now, what are the cons you have to consider? And need I say, none of these cons exist in the employment visa. Yes, they don't exist there. But anyway, these are things that you must put in mind before you start applying. First of all, you have to be at least 35 years of age. This is a con that you can do nothing about. If you're over 35, this kind of visa is not for you. Secondly, like the name implies, the Chance-Karte or the opportunity card visa kind of shows that it's somewhat of a gamble. And that is true. That's because this kind of visa is going to be limited. Yes, so there's a limited amount of people who are allowed who will be allowed to get this kind of visa every year. So once this number is exceeded, every other person have to wait till the next year. This does not exist in the job seeker visa or in the employment visa. Number three, the blocked account. I don't even know why people aren't talking about this. One of the biggest hurdles for people to cross when they are trying to move to Germany is the amount of money they are expected to have in their blocked account when they don't have an active employment. This sums up to about 11,000 euros for the year, but in the job seeker visa, that was somewhere around 7,500 euros, which was only so because you were expected to be in the country for only 6 months. And up to now, we have not gotten any news as to if this blocked account will be necessary. Because if you ask me, I think it's going to be necessary for someone who doesn't have a job yet. I think having a blocked account would be very necessary to keep the person running. So even though this has not been mentioned yet, I think or I believe that you should put this behind your mind that you will be expected to have at least some thousands of euros in your account to keep you running until you can get a job in 1 year. Number four, learning the language. Now, in the beginning, it seemed like learning the language it's only an option. You don't have to learn the language, it's just an option there. But if you ask me, I don't think you can really run away from learning the language, especially if you're a health worker, because then you will need to learn the language when you move here to actually get a job. To work here, you will have to have some level of knowledge in the German language, or even to improve your chances of getting the visa or even getting a job inside Germany. Many employers will require you to have at least an A2 so that you can communicate with your colleagues at least. Number five, you should also consider that you will only be able to search for jobs inside Germany. So unlike the blue card that allows you to move outside Germany and look for jobs in other parts of the European Union, this kind of visa limits you to only Germany. Yeah. So here are my own personal sentiments. Aside from every other thing I've mentioned in this video, there's this argument that I think is viable and I think is valid. Yes, and that is Germany right now is overflooded or is flooded with a lot of asylum seekers, many of which moved here from the Ukraine, from different parts of the world, even from my country, Nigeria. A lot of there are a lot of refugees here right now. And I'm wondering, why are we not harnessing the refugees that are already here and trying to open some kind of gambling opportunity right here on the other side for people outside Germany to move in? I'm not saying it is wrong or people from outside Germany should not move in, but I believe that the first point of call is to get these people who are already here trained and ready to work in the system, because they are part of the weight that the system has to carry because they live on social services. So why not invest that amount of money and time in getting these people trained, and those that are already trained, get them into the workspace? I know doctors, I know nurses, I know people who moved into Germany in the refugee as a refugee, but are not yet able to function in the system due to some high hurdle of Anerkennung or some other high hurdle of whatever it is. Sometimes it's just learning the language and they can't work. But now there is this new system to help more people move into the system and search for jobs. I feel like it's confusing. I know it's kind of a sentiment. Probably it doesn't make sense to you, but it's there. Yeah. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard a couple of asylum seekers talking about how the moment they opt for a lesser training, like a vocational training in the beginning, they are not sponsored to get a higher training. You get. So let's assume an asylum seeker at the beginning decided to work in a factory and they train for that. And after 5 years, they decide, oh, okay, I can actually go and study something better. I want to be a doctor. I want to be something different. They actually don't get the funding for that. And I'm wondering, why not? Are these not the kind of workers you're looking for? Or do you just want to make factory workers out of refugees? And anyway, this is just my sentiment. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But these are just sentiments that I have in my mind sometimes. And I wonder, why are we doing this? But anyway, just my sentiment. So you're listening to me and wondering, oh, I have a vocational training as a cook, as a laboratory technician, as a radiologist, as a physiotherapist, as a nurse, whatever it is, and you're wondering, how do I come in? Like I said, this whole opportunity card thing is yet to be rolled out, and it will be rolled out in the 1st of March, on the 1st of March 2024. We still have like a couple of months ahead of us. So if you're learning your language already now, you are able to apply for that when it comes. But again, it is not a surety. That is because these applications are limited. It is not infinite. It is limited. So if Germany decides that they are going to be giving out that kind of visa to only 500 people from the rest of the world, it is just going to be 500 people, and you are not even sure if you're going to be part of that 500 people. So I would advise you, even while you might be looking forward to that, I would advise you, in if you're from any of these vocations that I previously mentioned, write us up on the Gesundheit Personal Net, and we can get you a direct employment in Germany, which is still the surest way to move to Germany, or get you an Ausbildung visa. Yes, to give you an opportunity to train in Germany in whatever field that you are able to train in and that we have openings for. So yes, we are still offering employment visas and Ausbildung visas, or helping you get your employment visas and Ausbildung visas. Not really the opportunity chance card, because that is really, really dicey, and because of the lack of surety with it, I don't think we want to meddle with that. But if you want to do it, you can go on your own. Feel free, do it on your own. Okay, we've come to the end of this video. I love making it like you love watching it. If you have any questions, feel free to add it in the comment sections. If you have more ideas for videos and you want me to make more videos on any kind of thing you think that I would know about and kind of give you better enlightenment on, feel free to add it in the comment section, and I will do my best to get information on it and share with you. Okay, all right, thank you so much for watching. See you on my next video. Mwah. Bye. You make me feel like